Hello, I'm Barrister Daniel Barnett from Outer Temple Chambers, and one of the questions I'm asked most frequently about furlough is the rules on how furlough interacts with holiday. So let me start just with a little bit of the basics about holiday for employees. Now, all employees, in fact, all workers, which is a much wider category, and it includes zero-hour contracted workers and those on irregular hour contracts, are legally entitled to 5.6 weeks holiday each year. That's equivalent for somebody who works 5 days a week to 28 days holiday a year. Workers who've been placed on furlough continue to accrue that holiday. So if you accrue holiday at roughly, and this is only very roughly, 12.07% of the hours worked, you continue to accrue that holiday. 12.07%, by the way, is equivalent to 5.6 weeks out of 52 weeks. You continue to accrue that holiday even if you're either fully furloughed or flexibly furloughed. So if you're fully furloughed for a month, and during that month you would earn 1/12 of 5.6 weeks, 1/12 of 28 days, which is 2.33 days, you'd continue to accrue that 2.33 days holiday during the month you're furloughed, even though you're not actually working. While workers are on furlough, they can also take their holiday without disrupting or cancelling that furlough. So as long as the period of holiday is agreed or imposed on the employee by the employer, giving twice the amount of notice as the holiday they want to take. So if they want the employee to take 5 days holiday, the employer has to give 10 days notice. As long as those notice provisions are met, or the employee and employer agree to the holiday dates, the employee can still take their holiday and be furloughed. It doesn't disrupt the furlough. Now, this is important because since the employee is still on furlough, the employer can still reclaim 80% of their salary from the government. The employer's got to top up the salary while they're on holiday to their normal pay. So the employer can't rely on any agreement that says the employee will accept 80% of their normal pay while on furlough during a period that the employee is technically on holiday. The employer has to top it up, but the government will pay 80% of the bill. Now, what do you have to top the holiday pay up to if you're the employer? Well, it's not just basic salary, because the law on this has developed a lot over the last 10 or so years. And the law now says that when an employee or a worker is on holiday, they have to be paid their normal remuneration. That's what they would have earned if they hadn't been on holiday. So it's what they would have earned in the normal course of events. It includes any normal commission, it includes any normal overtime, it includes any normal bonuses. And the way you calculate it is that if somebody's on regular hours and a fixed salary, you just take that regular hours and fixed salary at 100%, not the 80% of furlough, and pay them that for the holiday period, reclaiming 80% of it from the government if they're furloughed. If somebody doesn't work regular hours, doesn't receive a regular salary, then you take their average earnings over the last 52 weeks, the last 52 weeks before they take the holiday. So it's not the last 52 weeks before their March 2020 salary, as is one of the ways you calculate furlough pay. It's the average of their 52 weeks pay before they start taking that particular holiday, which could be, for example, sometime in November or December 2020. Now, that's the money they're entitled to, and you have to top up the furlough pay, which is going to be typically 80% of basic salary, to that higher level. But of course, by just topping up and paying the extra margin, the extra cut at the top, you're doing much, much better as an employer than you would be if you were paying all of the holiday out of your own pocket. And of course, if the employee takes holiday while on furlough, then their holiday entitlement, which would still otherwise exist when they return to work at the end of furlough, or which they'd be entitled to if they were made redundant when furlough comes to an end, that holiday entitlement is depleted. So from both points of view, it's beneficial to the employer doing it that way. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, if you want to learn more about employment law and get notified every time I record a new video on an employment law topic, please click the subscribe button below and click the notification bell, which will ping you a notification on YouTube every time I load a new video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to learn more about employment law, do browse this channel, do have a look at the other videos available. You can also see many of the clips from my LBC show that I present on LBC Radio on a Saturday evening. Thank you for watching and speak to you soon.